What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel, and I'm the guy that continues to update you so that I don't get any backstage heat with Vince McMahon. With that said, we got a lot of WWE news and WWE rumors to talk about, so let's go ahead and round up all of these wrestling reports. Timestamp on the description below if you guys want to jump to anything specific that we will be discussing. Anyways, you know what to do. Let's dive right into it, starting with the very latest in regards to WrestleMania, and two of the major matches are going to be happening at the event. So a new report has discussed the Bad Bunny WrestleMania 37 plans and the backstage reason up to why WWE canceled the tag team match for it and made it a singles match. As we saw this week on Raw, Bad Bunny got some payback attacking The Miz and accepting a singles match at the big event. For months now, ever since the Royal Rumble, the original plan was to have a tag team match, The Miz and John Morrison taking on Bad Bunny and Damian Priest, and it looks like that could still be happening, but according to Mike Johnson of PW Insider, this match is being promoted as a singles contest because both John Morrison and Damian Priest aren't 100% clear to compete. It was noted that due to uncertainties, WWE had chosen to market a singles match that could evolve into a tag team match rather than the other way around. They are being very conservative right now until Damian Priest and John Morrison are 100% clear to perform without any of their minor injuries right now. Now, the reports puts an emphasis on the fact that it's just minor injuries, and there is a big chance that it will all end up being a tag team match. Another match that WWE was ultimately forced to cancel or just put some changes in it is the Asuka Raw Women's Championship match. As we know, Rhea Ripley was pretty much said to be out of the picture when it comes to that title match at WrestleMania, as Charlotte Flair was the one set to take on Asuka. With her testing positive, being forced to be out of television, WWE had to take some precautionary measures, one of those being removing Charlotte Flair from the WrestleMania 37 promotional materials because they just didn't know how things was going to play out. Now, as PW Insider indicated, Charlotte being taken out of that promotional material does not mean that she will not be at the event. That could still happen, but as of right now, it looks like WWE still want to do something with her. One thing we know is that by the end of this week, being Friday, she is already going to be clear. And the PW Insider report added that there was talk at WWE that Charlotte Flair might be on this week's SmackDown. Again, that will line up with Andrade's Monday tweet about her being clear in 4 days, and there's speculation she could start a WrestleMania angle on the show on SmackDown. Again, this is just early reports, so we don't necessarily know what it's leading to. What could Charlotte end up doing on SmackDown is a big mystery. The only possible top opponent that I could see for her on SmackDown is Bayley, who doesn't have anything for WrestleMania just yet. And if we get an interpromotional match between them, that could ultimately make sense. Or maybe she is just going to be there to get some testing done so that she could be ready for Monday Night Raw. There was speculation that she could still be added into that Raw Women's Championship match and it could end up being a triple threat. So there's just a lot of possibilities right now for Charlotte Flair at WrestleMania. Onto some quick news in regards to this year's Hall of Fame. WWE made two giant announcements. The Great Khali and also Kane are going into this year's Hall of Fame. They're going to be joining Eric Bischoff and Molly Holly in the 2021 class, which will also feature the 2020 class, but without a couple of the top names like Batista, because as he already confirmed, he already had scheduled commitments during that time, so he is not able to attend it. Sticking with the Hall of Fame, the Bella Twins are slated to be inducted as part of the 2020 class, but it turns out that they are planning to make a comeback in the near future for in-ring competition. While discussing all of this, the Wrestling Observer Radio ended up indicating that there is no specific timetable on when they could be coming back, but it could be happening during the fall. Both superstars have made it known that they would like to return, especially because they want to challenge for the women's tag team titles, and they even expressed interest in wrestling Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler, who just so happen to be the current WWE Women's Tag Team Champions, so they continue to hype that in-ring return for that. And if all of this is the case and WWE do plan to bring them back for in-ring competition, I hope they hold off to their Hall of Fame induction. Just give it to us at a different year, not the same year that you are expecting them to come back already. Onto some other news, it looks like CM Punk has been watching some wrestling as of late, and it looks like he is enjoying the Randy Orton versus Bray Wyatt feud, as he charmed in a little bit, letting us know that he tried to warn Randy Orton years ago about Bray Wyatt. As we know, coming up at this year's WrestleMania, we got the Fiend taking on Randy Orton, but Randy Orton worked a match against CM Punk at WrestleMania 27. In the leading up to the show, Randy Orton took out the entire new Nexus with a series of Punk kicks. At the time, Bray Wyatt portrayed the Husky Harris character and was part of the faction. Bray Wyatt referenced all of this, sharing a picture of Randy Orton preparing to Punk kick him on an episode of Monday Night Raw. Years ago, he quoted the Joker and noted that Randy Orton's actions have made him unbreakable. This then led to CM Punk responding to the tweet and noting that he tried to warn Randy Orton all those years ago. He wrote, "I tried to warn him, Randall never listened. Hope you don't hold a grudge for that little whipping incident, bygone and such." Since CM Punk was referring to Bray Wyatt's specific tweet, seems like he is also scared of the Fiend coming after him, which is understandable considering how the new Fiend looks. Overall, this is a bit odd because CM Punk usually don't interact with specific type of storylines that are happening in WWE, especially now that there's no WWE backstage, so he doesn't have a reason to watch it. But good to see that at least he's trying to keep up with literally one of the best feud that we have gotten in the last couple of months, Randy versus the Fiend. There seems to be some good news in regards to Aleister Black. As we discussed before, he has been out of action for a couple of reasons, one of those being that he has been dealing with some minor injuries that needed to be taken care of, and another reason being that WWE didn't have any creative plans for him after his feud with Kevin Owens. Now there's some good signs according to PW Insider, updating us that Aleister Black has been spotted at the WWE Performance Center a few times in recent memory. That is a good sign that he is working his way towards an in-ring return. He has been there for the last several weeks, but as we know, he is yet to return to television. I would love to see him come back before WrestleMania or even at WrestleMania, make some type of special return that puts him in a spotlight. Go on WWE, don't be cowards when it comes to this. Actually give this man a title run. Book him into an interesting angle for once and use him right. Don't keep making these type of mistakes with these up and coming talents. Go on now, Vince, don't make us tweet you the "give me what I want Batista" meme. Anyways guys, that is all the latest. If you enjoy or found it informative, don't forget to elbow drop it and hit those notifications. I'll catch you on the next one, so stay savage.